That shit is good. Water cooler water? Oh, it's so cold and
It's crisp.
It is crisp indeed. Indeed, an adjective I would use to describe water cooler water.
It reminds me of like a really sunny fall morning.
Wait, I just realized. I had this debate a while ago on stream. I don't think Yaoi is here, but is water wet?
Is water wet?
Yeah.
I think I like to believe
It's
that
a yes or no, my friend.
no.
What? It's water.
Yeah. Okay. So hear me out, right? Hear me out, right?
Oh my
Water.
god.
No. Quit. Stop. Water itself is a liquid. Okay.
And liquids are.
Liquids. I mean, liquids are still a thing, but the thing is, like, how do you describe wet?
Being wet, like, what?
Yeah, you personally, you are not a liquid.
Right.
Okay. But if water gets on you, then you're wet.
True, because I'd be wet with water, which is wet.
Yeah, but water can only be wet when it's on a surface.
But it is wet when it's on that surface?
Yeah.
How the fuck does that
100%.
make sense?
Because it's now no longer just water, it's water on a surface. I'm not saying water is dry.
Okay, but where does water exist in a vacuum that it's not, like, somehow touching something else?
I mean, space.
So water in space is not wet, is what you're telling me.
No, I feel like, well, no, because I feel like at that point it's just dry.
In space is probably ice, which
Yeah, it's ice.
unless unless it melts a little bit, it is dry. To be fair.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
water, as you know, like if you go to the beach and you look at the ocean or even a lake, like Lake Michigan. I know you're not that far north in Indiana, but Lake Michigan, that's wet, right?
Yeah. No, I mean it looks wet.
It looks wet. Okay.
Yeah. If it looks wet and it smells wet, then it's probably wet.
Water's wet.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna have a fucking stroke. This guy told me to Google it and all this shit, and I was like, I don't have to Google it. I've been in water. I've drank water. Like,
Water, drink water. I know it's not wet.
no, it is
What
wet.
is
What do you
this?
mean?
No, I know. I'm just. I was thinking like this dude that was telling you the water wasn't wet was saying like it just isn't wet.
Of course it is. It's water. Like,
I know water's wet. I'm not disagreeing with you.
I also watched a video from Ludwig, which, you know, banging YouTube videos sometimes, most of the time, every time, sometimes, once in a while.
Okay.
And he had a list of questions for other streamers, and he would like read the question off, and then he would be like, "This is what I think is correct, and you're a moron if you think otherwise." And like, he gave the wrong answer every time.
Oh my god.
It was like shit like, if you have a lasagna,
Okay.
and you know, you put it. Alright, hold on. Alright, if you have a lasagna, and then you make another lasagna and put it on top of the first lasagna, how many lasagnas do you have?
You just have one lasagna.
Yeah, you have one. And he was like, no, it's two. I was like, what do you mean? Of course it's one. Like, if you serve it to somebody, they're not gonna fucking know.
Yeah. Okay. So
It's all about
also,
perception
Yeah.
of the consumer at that point.
But I mean, like, okay, if I hand you, like, if I made lasagna, right, it's just like one big lasagna.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not sliced up. It's still one lasagna.
Even in the pan, it looks like, or like a
it's just-
platter, however you serve lasagna. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just one big ol', you know. Just
I heard the
smack
hiccup
room
again. What was
lasagna.
that? Did you hiccup?
No, I think that's the game because you did that same exact scene, and I think that's where you heard it.
I'm thinking.
No, it's not the game, because I've played this mission a million times, maybe literally. No, not literally, but...
I hear no hiccup, bud, and it's not me.
Huh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you're just hearing shit, dog.
There was a lot of weird questions like that. Like, this one I can kind of get behind. How many holes are in a straw?
I mean, there's one.
Okay.
Technically speaking, it's a tunnel.
Yeah, it's really a tunnel, but a tunnel has 2 entrances, right? Or like an entrance and an exit if it goes all the way through. You wouldn't just say it's got one entrance.
Yeah, because you can enter from the other side.
Right.
So depending on which way you're coming in and out, it does have an entrance and an exit. You wouldn't say it has one entrance and one exit.
Yeah, but I can kind of see where you'd be like, oh, it's one. Like, maybe.
Maybe.
Because in theory, you could keep cutting the straw shorter and shorter, and then it would really just be like one thin, like, disc. Or not disc, but like a ring. A ring only has one hole, I would think. Well, no, I don't know. But it's just dumb to be adamant about that one, I think.
Okay. So, yeah. So, again, like, yeah, it does have just one hole. Like a ring just has one hole. There's no other way you can look at it. But the only reason why you can't say a tunnel only has an entrance and an exit is because you can't physically see like the end of it, right?
Oh, okay. So you think it's really a matter of length in that instance?
Yeah, 100. Yeah, 100%.
So like to an ant, a straw would have 2 holes, or like a gnat, you know, because maybe he can't see that far, or like if it's a bendy straw, then it definitely has 2 holes for a gnat because he can't see both ends.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'd buy that.
What a fucking stupid scenario.
You go get 'em, and I'll keep the engine
And then the other one is cereal soup, which is like some Zoomer shit. Like, of course cereal's not soup. It's cereal, of course.
Yeah, cereal. It's not soup.
It's like is a hot dog a sandwich kind of thing. It's like, I mean, it's a hot dog. Like, why do you want to classify it
Come on, let's cruise in the
another way? It's already a hot dog. Like, you don't need to put it into a group.
Yeah, no, a hot dog is its own. Like, a hot dog's a hot dog.
Like, if there was a sandwich shop and they were like, we only sell sandwiches, that's all we sell, and they sold a hot dog, I wouldn't be like, hey, that's illegal.
You hit this up here, and I'll go up and
But
get
at the same time,
order a hot dog.
you'd give him a little bit of a side eye, like, I don't know. Like, it would be kind of
Yeah, like, you know, like I wouldn't order the hot dog.
true.
You know.
I'd be getting the pastrami on rye.
That's
sure.
facts. That's facts.
Or corned beef.
But it's also like, fuck, what is it? Like, okay, it's like the people that get like hamburgers and steaks at like an Italian restaurant, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that kind of scenario where it's like, what are you doing?
Carl, quick, get in!
Yeah, I mean, to be fair though, Italian food, if it's real,
Get us back to the hood,
a real
CJ,
Italian
my boy.
man back there, a real paisan,
Sure.
yeah, it's gonna be good no matter what it is.
Yeah.
But I agree. You're at an Italian place, you better get some focaccia as a starter.
Yeah, you gotta get some spaghetti. You know what
Motherfucker,
I mean?
I took my hand off my mouth
Yeah, it all comes back.
to you
How
know,
you doing on the FedEx?
focaccia.
I'm
Like,
kind of short, you know.
Some
Crash
focaccia.
took all my paper, man. Left me with nothing but small change.
Here, get yourself a beer or something.
my first girlfriend was Italian, and her parents owned a bakery.
Was it good?
Oh my god, it's fucking the best focaccia I've ever had. And she
What
made
is
fun of the ways.
focaccia?
I don't know. It's like some kind of cheesy roll.
Some cheesy roll. It's like a
Really,
donut. Just a
it's-
cheese. It's just a Danish.
You know, like crescent rolls.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, but if somebody made it, cost twice as much
Oh my god.
and
Okay.
add
Yeah.
cheese. It's really good.
It sounds delicious.
Like crescent rolls already are banging.
Yeah. Just bussin'.
And I think I even had stale focaccia, like it was day old, where she was like, "Yeah, we're not selling this." And she gave it to me, and I was
You can have it.
she was like, "Oh, yeah, you like the focaccia?" I was like, "I like the focaccia."
Gotcha. Fucking saying it with like this strong ass Italian accent. It's like it's a pepperoni.
Dude, you ever watched Everybody Loves Raymond? Like actually sat down and watched a full episode of that show?
No.
For some reason, like binging sitcoms is really fun because they have like a running story that has no fucking relevance to anything because the show is designed to be watched one episode like like the whole point is you're not supposed to feel lost in a sitcom if you didn't see last week. But they always have that little running plot in the background. And
People that watch it continuously.
yeah, they get like a little bonus kind of a thing.
Yeah. It's a little Easter egg.
Or maybe it helps the writers to some extent, but Everybody Loves Raymond, there's an episode where I think it's Ray's family from Italy come in, and they're like speaking Italian and singing in Italian, and I was like, I should learn Italian. I have 2 Italian language textbooks, never opened them a single time. But oh my god, that language sounds sick, dude. When they're singing or just having conversations. I think the point of the episode is Deborah feels left out because she doesn't speak Italian, but
Wait, did she learn Italian?
no, I think she just got really sad because they were like talking shit about her in Italian.
Good.
Bad blood leads to
They're like, our husband's a wife is a whore.
That's the way of the world, baby.
And nomine Patris, Feliciantios, and Dominos Pizza.
I admire you, Carl. You're a leader.
That's like the
Magma.
that's the Italian priest's blessing or father's blessing,
Ah, little glass
The
bowl.
father's blessing?
where you tap your forehead and then your belly button and then both your nipples.
Oh, family.
Nomine Patris, Feliciantios, and Dominos Pizza.
The only bit of Italian I know is from Assassin's Creed.
Assassino.
No, it's
I'm the
Sini.
best there ever was.
What was it? Oh fuck, what was it? Requiescat in pace, referenze morevea.
What?
Ezio Erratore referenze.
Holy shit.
Cap your ass. And your ass.
Motherfucker, you going in?
Ice cold, baby. I know.
Yeah, that's
Oh, man. Check out special.
that is the only bit of Italian that I know.
Oh,
What? It's
you're
love.
making me so proud.
I like the part.
And I don't like to brag.
I like the part where Ray goes, Deborah.
Oh my god. Fucking Deborah.
Damn, you're a killer, baby. Ice cold.
Fucking
Tr-
Deborah.
Dude, I remember that, Jordan. I remember
What's going on, man?
being young
She
and
seemed pretty
my
fucked
oh
up.
my grandparents when I was growing up
And their hearts.
concerning TV, they had this big fucking antenna off the back of their house, like
Sometimes they seem real.
World War
but
II
other
type
times
shit,
there's no
where
choice
like
at
you
all.
could actually climb up it and
At
go on the
least you
roof,
still
and we
talk
did
shit.
that. We would just hang out on the roof sometimes, and it just got local channels.
I see your rap.
Later, smoke.
Including Everybody Loves Raymond, PBS Kids Go,
BBS Kids
or
Go.
PBS Kids. That's what it originally was called. Did you ever watch PBS Kids?
Yeah.
You fuck with some Cyber Chase?
Dude, Cyber Chase, brother. Do you remember the Jackie Chan show?
Yeah, I do.
You? The one that was, like, they had the little coins that did stuff?
I don't remember much about it. I just remember watching it a few episodes and then finding out that it was because Jackie Chan was tired of fucking getting hurt all the time doing his own stunts.
Yeah.
So he was just like, I'm gonna be a cartoon now.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else. There was a couple TV shows that were goofy.
I think as far as PBS goes, I was just getting too old to watch PBS Kids when they started airing episodes of Fetch with Rough Ruffman.
Batch with Rough Man.
It was pretty good. But Cyber Chase, oh man.
Cyber Chase was a banger.
It had that bad chick on it. Oof.
Bad chick.
Yeah.
She had that-
Ball is turf. You dogs ready?
She was like a light-skinned black girl with like long curly hair.
Was that a dump truck?
We iced them,
I
CJ.
don't
Let's
remember.
run down
The
some
live
more.
action scenes were not
she-
that involved, but
Was she bussin'?
she was bad. I think bussin' is. I don't really speak 17-year-old anymore, but I think that means like good food.
Good food.
That's
I
like
don't know.
we used to
I
call.
don't know, dog. I'm getting old. I don't know this kid's lingo.
We used to say dank. Like
Dang, yeah.
Chinese food looks dank, which I mean really it means good weed, but
It's facts.
we used to describe Chinese food that way.
It just reminds me of us going to Denny's, to be honest.
Oh, Denny's is bussin'. I think. I don't think it's dank.
Yeah. Dude, I drove through Daleville today actually, where our Chesterfield by Nathan's old house.
Okay, Chester. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, dude, that Denny's is closed.
No.
Yeah, dude, it's dead, dude. The Waffle House is still there, and I remember one exclusive night it was me, Nathan, and Josh and Kyler, and there was another woman that went in there, and she decided that she wanted to pick a fight with one of the waitresses there. And this isn't like 3 a.m. dog. Shit was hilarious. Like squared up with her in the parking lot. It was the greatest thing I ever saw
3
in my
a.m.
life.
Denny's fight? Like, let's go.
No, dude, it was at a Waffle House, dog. It was a Waffle House right off of 69 in
Oh, yeah.
Chesterfield.
I always got lost trying to meet up there with the boys. I
Dude,
always missed it or something.
I always got lost going to your guys' neck of the woods, dude.
Yorktown? Ah.
Yeah.
When you would illegally go into our school?
Dude, I didn't illegally go in. I was let inside the school.
Yeah, but it became illegal afterwards.
Well, I'm glad there's now a rule that is set there because of me. That makes me feel all warm and sweet.
She said, don't let people into the school, especially if they look like that.
Look like what? Look like what, Nick?
I don't know. you kind of always look like the guy that like probably gets really high all the time, but is also a really high functioning member of society. Like you're a manager at like a really high class, well not high class, but like 4-star restaurant, you know, which is high class for Indiana for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. Dude, I remember that day. It was so funny to me because like I just see like this big strung out lady just like walking towards me and Nate, and she looked at me. She's like, "You go here," and I was like, "Nope," and just walked away.
She didn't even do anything. She was just like, I'm not good with confrontation, so I guess I'll deal with this later. It's like what?
It's like, because like, what are you gonna do to me?
Imagine if you tried to do that shit like nowadays.
I would have been shot through the door.
You would have called the cops, like legitimately.
Yeah, they actually would have called the police, and it would have been really stupid.
It's
to call
just
the
as a
police.
precaution, but
I'm a Johnson boy.
Precaution, dude. They're a bunch of wieners, dude.
absolute goobers.
Yeah, they are. Nah, dude, I went in, had a good lunch. You know what I mean? Sat down.
You ate lunch.
I did.
Did you order like from the cafeteria, or did you bring your own?
No, I just went line through the
Yeah,
cafeteria.
I remember you looking all goofy with your arms at your sides. You definitely didn't have anything with you.
Yeah, no, dude, I was chilling, dog.
Head up.
I was vibing, dude. It was great.
I remember in high school, it was a big deal. One of the first times I had hung out with this kid, and he was like, I'm gonna call him Jay.
Okay.
I was hanging out with Jay, and he was like, let's get weed. And I was like, oh, okay. I don't have any connections or anything. Like, I'm not that into weed where like,
Good to hang with you, brother. I'm sorry.
like I don't obsess about it.
No.
But if somebody else has it, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'll have a toke or something, whatever.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah. He's
it was like a big deal, and he ended up telling everybody.
What do you do?
And everybody in school that I saw the next day was like, I heard you were smoking under the bridge. And I was like, yeah.
You were smoking underneath the bitch.
And then the superintendent called me into her office, and I freaked out.
Now you a free man and
But
all.
I was sitting out in the waiting room, and I was contemplating like, how do I get out of this? Like,
You got that right.
Yeah, you gotta make a plan, dude. You gotta formulate.
I'm thinking, my mind's going a million miles an hour. And then finally I get in there, and she goes, so tell me why you want to go to the career center next year. And I was like, oh my fucking god.
That's the worst, brother.
And she goes, are you okay? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just really excited to go to the career center. Oh my god, dude, that would have been the worst.
Ooh, chase me, chase me!
Apparently they were cutting funding that year or something, and they needed enough like testimonies or something. I don't know.
To keep the program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good old Delco, man. Delaware County.
Yeah, dude. I remember. My junior year. It was like one of the last times I actually like ate at the cafeteria because most of the time we just left, even like with the like beat-ups or whatever.
Oh, we did not have that. We were not allowed to leave school grounds.
Oh, I mean, we weren't either. We just left though.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
It's Anderson, and we're gonna do anything to us.
It's Anderson. Fuck it.
They were, dude. Like, I remember the one time they did, like, they actually attempted to do something. There was a food fight that we didn't even start, and it was like these two hooliganistic tables. Okay. And they were just throwing food. They were just throwing food and stuff at each other. It was like whatever. So like this cranky old man like came over and like grabbed my table, and was like go stand in the closet. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, go stand in there, and I'm gonna go grab one of your guys' deans. And I was like, okay, Mr. Rogers, whatever you gotta say. So,
wait, was his name actually Mr. Rogers, or are you clowning on him?
No, it was like, yeah, it was like Derek or whatever, but I didn't really, no respect for this man at all. So I go over there, and like, Mrs. Rochester comes in, and just like looks at me and like my buddy Brock and Tyler, and she's just like, what are you guys doing? Like, are you guys selling food? And we were like, no. So she's like, okay, everybody just go down to the dean's office, whatever. So I go to my dean, and he has a whiteboard in his office, and I'm like the last person to talk out of this entire group. And I just go in there and I just grab a marker. I didn't need to sit down. I just drew out how it went. And the dude, he just looked at me. He was like, "Is that how it really went?" And I was like, "Did you say I just sat here, drew this for art class, and made it up?" And he was like, "Well, I mean, I guess not." And I was like, "Okay, so can I go now?" And he was like, "Yeah, no, you guys are fine." And I was like, "This is the biggest waste of 2 hours I've ever had in my life."
Okay.
Like, the amount of ignorance. I went back to the cafeteria for the third period lunch that same day. It just looked at he was like a janitor, but I went and talked to Mr. Rogers. I just looked at him and I was like, "I want an apology." He was like, "No, you were throwing food." And I was like, "You're a fucking liar." Oh my god, dude, it was great. Such a good moment.
Classic, dude.
Dude,
how old were you? What grade were you in?
I was a junior, I think. Yeah. I was a junior, so I was like.
Food fights junior year, like, whatever.
Well, so they had all of us mixed, because they had like first period lunch, basic, period, like for the
I know what
day.
you mean.
Yeah, but they had like everybody separated. It was really stupid. Then after that, we just quit going. We just started going to McDonald's and stuff like that. Basically, it was just a lot easier to leave. Because it was just like, you're not gonna stop us, and they never did.
We had those block schedules where you had like 4 classes one day and then 4 classes another day, you know, where it's like every other day you go to this class and it's an hour and a half. But there's also split block classes where like they're only 45 minutes instead of an hour and a half, and you go to those every day. So when it came for study hall, I had a full block of study hall every other day, but the bell rang halfway through and a bunch of people would get up and leave and go to their next class. But I was supposed to still be there for another 45 minutes. I would just fucking leave and go home because I had a career center, like vocational school, that I had to drive to. And I was like, fuck it, I'll take the extra 45 minutes. And I would go home every other day and eat and play a game of Dota. And this was when I was like seriously addicted to Dota 2. And I played a game every single day, and it affected my mood so much for the rest of the day. Like, usually I would win because I'm really fucking good at Dota 2. But one day I go out and leave, and it's like 45 minutes before you're supposed to leave, right? And the superintendent, the same bitch who made the Spanky rule, who talked to you, she's like,
my god.
She's like, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm going to the career center." She said, "Isn't it a little early?" And I go, "Nope." And then I get in my car.
Yeah, dude, like, again, like, what are they gonna do, dude?
Well, I'll tell you what she did. She gave me in-school suspension for 3 days.
Oh yeah.
She called my mom, and she was like, "Do you know your son is leaving early 45 minutes every day, or every other day to go home and hang out, and like not pay attention to school, and she was like, he is skipping study hall. I don't care.
What a play!
He's skipping 45 minutes of an hour and a half study hall. He's got like 2 classes. It's his senior year. Pretty sure I don't give a shit.
Nobody cares at this point. And see, that was the other thing too. I was just like, I was sitting there, and I think about it sometimes when me and Nathan talk about the time I broke into school.
Yeah, it's a legendary moment.
Yeah, I like to sit there and think. I'm like, what would she have really done?
What would she have really done?
Yeah, like honestly, like if she would have actually tried to stop me to some degree.
She would have asked you what school you go to, and then you would have lied, and it would have been fine.
Yeah. Because I mean, like, what was I supposed? Like, she would like, "Well, I'm gonna call your parents." I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah, my name is Dildo.
Dildo. My name's Dylan Kellerino.
My name's Harry Bolzania.
Okay, what was Joe's name? I would just give him Joe's name. It's fine.
Joe who? Oh, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that Joe. I don't remember his name, which is fine. But I just enjoyed bullying Joe. Like, I'm not a bad guy, but it was just so easy.
The guy yeah. Dude, you know he dated my stepsister? Or he didn't really. He had a crush on her, and he asked her to prom or whatever, or some dance.
Did she say no?
No, she said yes. And then when they got home, he dropped her off at my house, and apparently. Oh shit, I fucked this up. Nah, it's fine. She gave him a kiss on the cheek and said, "Let's be friends."
Oh, what a play!
And then went inside. What the fuck is this? Hello? Can I eject? Eject, please. Thank you. Fucking roll it, whatever. You'll make it. Yeah, you're fine. But that was we clown him about that all the time.
Do you still talk to him?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think the most recent time was like a year ago. I was streaming, and he just showed up in my. Wait, was that him? No, I don't think it was.
What we looking for, Smoke?
I don't know when the last time I talked to him was. I think probably I had a brief interaction. I'm not even going for this shit. I had a brief interaction with him where like a Windows update auto-launched Skype when I started my computer, and it was the same account that I used like 3 computers ago, apparently, is the Microsoft account that I use now. And it like just showed my old Skype group that we used to hang out in. And I was like, that's crazy. I haven't talked to these people in forever. And I was like, what's up, guys?
That's wild. Dude, actually, speaking about that, did Nathan ever tell you the last time that his mom called him when him and David were still living together?
Him and who?
Him and David.
Oh, and his mom called?
Yeah, did they tell you about that?
Did she think you were him and you just like went along with it for like an hour or something?
It went, yeah, dude, it went on for like an hour and a half, and I just felt so bad. I was like, this lady just doesn't know.
No, it's fine. You're like making her happy or whatever.
I get. I mean, I was nicer than Nathan ever was, but you know, like it is what it is.
Probably true.
Dude, I even hit her with like, you know, like I love you afterwards. She's like, oh my god, thank you. And I was like, you're so welcome. Yo, quack. I felt like I was, you know, I went to the family like cookout, you know what I mean? Because she was just talking to me about stuff I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah. She
Like,
seems like
dude,
one of the nicest ladies too. Just like
Dude,
she's just a little out of it, and like she'll repeat herself 100 times. And I get where Nathan would be like, "Shut the fuck up," but like,
dude, when we were growing up, dog, she was there. I've had so many creep moments with her.
so many
I
what?
remember creeped. Like I was spooked out.
Oh, creep with a P?
Yeah, with a P. I remember I went over to Nathan's house. This is probably like I'd known Nathan for probably about a year and a half at this point, and I was waiting for the bathroom. And Josh was in there, so I was just standing out in the hallway, just kind of waiting.
Okay.
And you know, I was just chatting with Dave, whatever, you know, just shooting. And she like creeps up behind me, and just like does one of those like those twin like shoulder pinches. And I almost elbowed her in the mouth by accident. And she like, so like I got like maybe an inch away from her nose, and Dave is like looking at me and her, and he just goes, "Don't touch him, you idiot." And I was like, "Oh my god, Dave's a hero, man."
Dude.
It's like you just sit here called his wife stupid for touching people. It's like, yeah, don't scare me like that.
One time I had a really grippy case on my phone, and
Yeah.
I wanted to charge it, and I just put it in the garage on the charger, and I don't know how, but I ended up just leaving it on his truck. But like the charger wasn't connected, I guess, because the next day I went back over to his house and I was like, "Hey, I'm looking for my phone," and Nathan's mom was like, "Yeah, Dave found it on the hood of his truck, like 2 miles down 69. He was going like 70,
Oh my god.
and it just stuck to it." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Do you
Dude,
have it?"
that's awesome.
She's like, "No, he's coming back." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yo, do you have it?
That was one of the worst hangovers of my life too, and I remember getting there and his two fucking, I don't even know what they are, Rottweilers?
Oh yeah, the shepherds.
Yeah, they were just ripping at my pants, and normally I'd be like, "Oh my god," and I'd be like screaming and stuff, but I was just like so hungover that I was like, "No," like Kevin Hart, like, "No, oh my god, oh my god."
Dude,
no.
I gave up on that. I remember there were so many times.
They like
I remember-
basically, they basically pulled my pants down to my ankles, and I was just still walking slowly through his yard, going, "No, oh my god."
No, please stop. I think one of the best things that happened in a while. Dave had asked me to go fishing at
Mhm.
like 2 in the morning.
Weird.
Yeah. It was like we were still up or whatever. For some reason, like he woke up or whatever.
Oh, still up. Okay.
Yeah. So we were still up.
You were
and I
already
remember-
there. I see. So I was thinking like you were just hanging out at home, and he was like, "Hey, do you want to go fishing at 2 a.m. on Thursday?" Like, no, you were
No,
still.
Yeah. We were all over at Nate's, and okay, Kyler was Oh god, what was that game? Either way. Anyway, so I was sitting there talking to Kyler, and Dave just kind of like peeks his head in, and just looks, and he's like, "Oh, you're up," and I was like, "What's up?" And he was like, "Hey, you want to go like fishing in like 5 hours?" I was like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, I'll just come get you in like 5 hours." I was like, "Okay." He's like, "Yeah, cool. All right, Spanky, I'll talk to you in a little bit." And I was like, "All right."
It was just you. It wasn't like you and Nathan, or.
Yeah, no, he if me, Nathan, Kyler, Josh, and Zach were all there. And Dave was just like, "Hey, do you want to go fishing later?" I was like, "I mean, I
Weird.
can." So I was like, "Yeah, sure." So he does. He comes back at in 5 hours. It's like 7 a.m. like 6:30, and he has like the boat and everything else loaded up. Like he's ready. And he comes and grabs me, and he like comes over to my little hutch next to Nathan's bed, and he's just like, "Hey, Spanky, you ready to go?" And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah, we're going fishing," and I was like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, just get up," and I was like, "Okay."
Okay.
So I get up. I'm in like these like my hobo outfit basically. So I'm in like these gray torn sweatpants and my frozen shirt that they shoved into the fridge. And we just end up. I'm looking at him like he looks at me. He's like, "Man, you cold?" And I was like, "Yeah, a little bit." So he's like, "Oh yeah, we'll stop by a store and get some clothes." And I was like, "What is going on right now?" I'm so confused at this point, to be real. So we go to a Walmart, and he buys me like a pair of pants.
Hey, real quick, I hate to interrupt your story, but I'm fucking going off right now. I just hit, I think 5 in a row, frame perfect luck-based tricks. It's kind of insane.
I'm watching, and yeah.
Like, this is insane. But go ahead and continue with the story.
Dude, it's because we're vibing, dog.
Yeah, it's probably it. Like, I'm not really paying attention. I'm kind of just playing.
The muscle memory. But yeah, no. So we got to the lake, and then this guy argued with Dave, and then Dave pulled his gun.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, the entire morning was actually pretty eventful. And then we got back at like 10 o'clock.
Wait, wait! You gotta go back. Like you can't just.
To what? Oh, yeah.
You can't skip ahead 8 hours at that point in the story. No.
Yeah, okay. No, so I mean, like, realistically, like, okay, so I don't know if you've ever been fishing at Geist.
At where?
Have you ever
Guy
been
East?
Yeah, at Geist. Have you ever been fishing at Geist? Okay. People that fish at Geist are very violent.
Is it a lake?
For what? Yes, Geist Reservoir.
Oh, Reservoir. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Where is it? I'm curious.
It's in Geist Landing, which is Fishers.
Fishers. Okay.
Okay. So, for some reason, people are like very violent around that reservoir because they're just trying to get inside the lake. Okay, so like they first. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure you've met Dave.
Yeah, a bit.
Dave will just fight you, so it doesn't matter. So this like really, he just reminded me of like basically Joe as like an old man, was like, hey, I'm going before you, and Dave already had his boat in the water, so I'm standing there. I'm just like, yeah, I don't know if that's really how it's gonna plan out. And I'm like 16, 17 at this point, and Dave's like, Spanky, just go get in the boat, and I was like, okay, whatever. So we're sitting there, and all of a sudden they just got real quiet from the yelling outside, and I just peeked out the boat, and it's just Dave with his gun pointed like at the ground, and the old man just like, look, I'm done, and I'm like, okay. So Dave gets on the boat, he's like, yeah, I knew he was a pussy, and I was like, what?
Okay. Oh, dude, to be like 16 or 17 again and being like on the sidelines of a fight like that, it's so fun. Because nowadays, if you get in, if like you're with like a relative and they like get into some shit, it's like, oh, I'm actually legally an adult in this court case that's gonna happen.
It sucks,
like, I don't know.
Dude, I just miss doing like just having those kind of moments.
Yeah.
Like it's quality.
I thought you'd run away.
I never ran away.
This is my place.
Those moments
Yeah.
where, yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Denise
Dude, it's like it's just too good, man.
We should go out or something.
Yeah, I like that.
But yeah, no, dude, yeah, no, he just Dave just pulled his gun, old man shut up, and he just like went fishing.
And called him a pussy and.
He really did, dude. He just like the old. I remember like the look in his eye was like, I may have made a mistake.
I don't know how pussy it is to back down from a lunatic. Like, that's kind of just sensible.
I mean, he's just like, you're not gonna tell me I'm not going first. This is all. But keep in mind, this is all about who's going first in the lake. I can't stress this enough.
It's like a difference of like 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Back door. I'm saving for my husband.
Like, nobody's losing like a fish over this, right?
Even still, losing a fish, I wouldn't pull my gun.
No.
I'm going on a fishing trip in like 10 days.
Well, if somebody calls you out, just pull a gun. They'll leave you alone.
I might, yeah.
Yeah, just do it for the vibes, personally.
I don't own any I can conceal, though.
Ooh, is you on shine?
I mean, I guess you use your shotgun. That works too.
Yeah, that's all I have.
Yeah, that's all you gotta use. Just pull your shotgun out. You'll be fine.
I've only ever fired that thing once, direct hit.
Really?
Yeah. Some nice hunting.
Oh, I got you.
I barely had my pants on.
Really?
Yeah, I had just finished taking a piss.
Nice.
We were just about ready to go home for the day, and my old man was like, hey, I'm gonna go around, see if I can flush something out your way, whatever. And I was like, all right. And he walked away, and I immediately took a piss, turned around. A button buck was there, and I popped him one good.
Straight up ended his career. Dog.
I did. His career was over. He will not work in this town again. He rolled down a hill, and my dad, he was like, "You got a belt on?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Give me it." I give him my belt, and he ties it around the deer's neck and just like carries it up.
Yeah.
I was like, "My dad's a real man. I'm just like a child or some shit."
I mean, that's what you do, man.
Made
No, that shit was-
made deer tacos, deer sloppy joes. Oof.
Dude, I am a huge fan of venison.
Yeah.
Huge fan. Dude, it's just tasty, dog.
Summer sausage. That's about as far as I can go. Anything like more venison-y than that, it's like I prefer beef most of the time.
I mean, do you like a burger, like a venison burger?
Yeah, I could go for a venison burger.
Yeah, venison burger's pretty good.
God damn, this is good pace. I'm done with most of the hard shits for the first
Just had
hour
an
and a half.
ad for Hardee's, and they're giving away Adult Swim toys
That's banging.
with their meal. Oh, did you go back to 2003, dog?
But they're giving those away to adults, I'm sure. It's literally Adult Swim. That's
hope
kind of
so,
lit.
man.
That's kind of lit, man. Like, what are you getting? Like Rick and Morty or like Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
Aqua Teen Hunger Force, I don't think is on Adult Swim anymore.
I'm sure I'm sure it's syndicated. That show's awesome.
Little Aqua Team Hunger Force. Oh, pet dispensers?
Oh, I fucking nailed it. It was Aqua Teen.
That's solid, dog. Robot Chicken, dude. That show actually. So I remember
Robot Chicken.
that
I
show used
love
to
Robot Chicken.
spook me like a lot.
Yeah, the animation style.
Oh yeah, it was just. It was actually it was the mad scientist in the opening credit.
There was some similar show on Nickelodeon that had an animation style, or not a similar show, but a similar animation style on Nickelodeon. And I think it only ran for a season, but it was something about a dentist who lived in an RV.
It just lived in an RV.
It was a similar animation style to Adult Swim, like the claymation, but like not really, like action figure animation.
That just sounds spooky, to be honest.
I remember
Like,
being
I'm not-
disgusted with it. That's about it.
I remember there was Courage the Cowardly Dog. There was a few episodes.
That was one of those you're not allowed to watch that kind of shows in my house.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Cat
Yeah, there
Dog
was-
and Courage the Cowardly Dog. I don't know why.
White Cat Dog.
I don't know.
That's very odd. Yeah, Courage the Cowardly. I can kind of understand that. That show was actually spooky.
Yeah. Actually,
to some
that
degree.
maybe I was allowed to watch that show, but I was scared as fuck. I was scared of E.T. growing up. I think it was just like E.T.'s not a scary movie in any regard, but I think it's just
No,
like
it's just look at it, dude.
it's just look at it. Yeah, I think it was just
Yeah.
like the perfect age for me to be scared of like something like that
Yeah.
when that was real
Or,
big.
like, it was the
Well, I mean,
it
the
was the
alien
ep-
itself was scary, but also the federal agents that came in, they were fucking terrifying too.
Oh yeah. But yeah, no, with Courage the Cowardly Dog, it was the there was an episode where he gets taken to the vet, and the vet was actually shooting dogs up to the moon. Don't
Holy
know why.
fuck!
Yeah, it was wild. So that's like where his parents were on the moon. But yeah, there was like Courage was like opening doors, like looking for Muriel, and there was like a little girl that was in there, and it turned around. It was spooky and it scared. I remember that actually scared me.
There's just jump scare. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was like Courage the Cowardly Dog was like just jump scaring all over the place. And then there was an episode where Eustace, the husband, got like this. Eustace.
No, Eustace.
Is
No.
it Eustace or Eustace? I thought
There's
it was
n-
Eustace.
There's no
Bags.
H. It's Eustace.
No, it's Eustace. Okay.
Like useless.
Yeah. Okay, so Useless.
Yeah.
Got a tablet, right? Like a stone tablet.
Okay.
Yeah. He got that iPad Air before it was cool.
Okay.
And like this mummy like came back out, so he was like, return the slab or suffer my curse, yada yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, no, when the mummy popped up and he was like in this weird, really broken like 3D
I told you.
kind of
Stay
wave.
fool.
I don't know, I didn't
was
vibe with it,
real
didn't like it at all.
Say, CJ, you gotta get in
I can
your head.
handle 2D, but when you got into 3D stuff, man, it just looks scary.
Hmm. You ever watch Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends?
Absolutely.
Was
Absolutely.
Was that a PBS? No, it's Cartoon Network.
That was Cartoon Network. Yeah. No, that was good. What else?
I remember
Samurai-
one plot
Samurai
point.
Jack.
Samurai Jack. Ooh. Shaolin Dragon?
Okay, look. I'm
Or was it
tired.
Shaolin
Oh
4?
no, Shaolin Warriors.
Shaolin Warriors.
Just think about what
Yeah,
I said.
that one I remember.
I remember one plot point of. I remember two plot points from Foster's home. One was he was using too much toilet paper,
Carl, get some cover. Cover on food.
and the rabbit would say, "We use 2 squares, Master Blue Regard." And if I had a bio, that would have been my bio when I was like 9 years old.
See, all I remember that Will was the imaginary friend of Michael Jordan.
The red guy, yeah.
Yeah, the red guy.
I remember an
that.
episode where he held the door open for people, but he got stuck holding the door open for like forever.
Oh yeah, at the mall, yes.
Because he was just so polite.
And then not Will, but Blue
Grove, bitch,
kept getting
Man, I ain't
arrested
never seen a
because he
baller
kept going
roll
around
that
kicking
deep
people in the
before.
shin.
Yeah, they heard Carl Johnson was running with his brother again.
Yeah, for sure.
I think
Oh, let's get
the
back
main
to the party.
character, his name was Mac,
Man, once Low
and he got a
Yeah, the
new,
boy.
and he got a new imaginary friend named Cheese, and they were Mac and Cheese
No,
because
Mac-
Blue was in
yeah,
the foster home.
yeah. So Cheese was the So there was a girl that lived next door who made up Cheese.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, that's how that came. So Cheese would just break into people's homes and he'd be like,
Your shit, man.
I like chocolate
Don't
milk.
give me a hard time about my drive.
Or I like
ain't got the
cereal.
energy for it, man.
Well, don't go roll it down.
Oh, you know what show I really loved?
What?
Even
Nah, I
Stevens,
ain't
dude.
your shit, man.
Even Stevens.
Holy
brother.
shit, what a good show.
Actually, you know what? I don't even know if I classify as a sitcom. Married with Children.
Dude, I go by Al professionally,
Look like some North
and
Side Broncos got it first.
one of my coworkers was like, you need to look up Married with Children and listen to them yell about Al.
And
I was like, no, I'm good.
Dude, Married with Children is a phenomenal show.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, I used to get up early just so I could watch it like in the morning before I left the school.
Damn, what is that?
I had
Chill
just
out,
enough
fool,
time
we gonna
to
be
I
right
had
behind
just
you.
enough time to do that, and it was well worth
Throw me
it.
some boxes, CJ. Hop in the car and stab out, fool.
I'm trying to remember if there was one thing I used to wake up
Man,
early
we got
for.
work time on our tail.
Don't remember what it
Before it was Married with Children, it was I used to wake up to catch the last like little bit of Adult Swim, and it would always be like Inuyasha that would pop up because
Oh.
it would just cycle through. I didn't really like Inuyasha, but it was just like it was there, and I would just watch it.
Inuyasha.
Yeah, and then right after that was okay, what was it? King of the Hill.
King of the Hill, my favorite anime.
Oh my god, it's not a fucking anime.
Head back to Grove.
What do you mean? Yes, it is.
It's not.
I'm an otaku, dude. I love Hank Hill.
You love Cory in the House just as much?
Peggy is my waifu.
Oh my god. I'm gonna have a stroke.
Damn, homie, your stuff was tight.
People have told me I look like
too,
Bobby
homie.
Hill in the past.
LB's coming over to stash the shit.
Oh my god.
Swagger the mustache.
I can't
later
do it,
then.
boys.
For life, CJ.
I was thinking about doing one of
For
those.
life, you
I don't
heard?
have a TikTok account, but I was thinking about making one and doing the JoJo pose, like that meme, but with
Yeah.
just Bobby Hill. I'd have to shave my
Bobby,
mustache though.
yeah. Jesus Christ, brother.
It's actually my
Say, CJ, you
the
gonna
master
crack me
sergeant
dog,
in my platoon called me that.
Write a gift,
like-
CJ,
What,
break it.
JoJo?
Practically turn
No,
it over.
Bobby Hill.
Hill.
Because I had to lose a bunch of weight to join the Air Force,
Everything you
and
do is
Yeah.
a joke, Ryder.
I lost it, and she was like, "Congratulations!"
Just chill the fuck
And
out. Remember,
now that you're
reunite
definitely
families,
getting a
no
seat
bullshit.
or whatever,
Stay
I feel like it's okay to kind of clown on you a bit. So I'm gonna tell the entire platoon, "You kind of look like Bobby Hill." I was like, "Okay."
Okay, not nice.
She was like, "I would have felt bad saying that, and then you not losing the weight to make it into basic training, but now that you're a shoo-in,
You look like Bobby Hill.
you look like Bobby Hill." Dude, this is really fast. Like, this is insanely fast.
Oh yeah, no, dude, you're doing great work right now.
Like, this might be a PB. My PB is a 55-minute Los Santos, but I don't have footage of it. So,
Is it really?
yeah. Damn, no armor grab? Yeah, dude, I had a lot of armor, and it's all about the lines you take. You have to take very specific lines to take less damage there. I learned a lot from watching, like, Thunder and GUI and Fowlix and others.
Hit the gas.
God damn, this is fast. This is fast as fuck.
Hey man, I'm running low.
I got a K here.
This fucking antique.
Yeah, well, Emmett ain't the Pentagon.
You got it off Emmett?
You know what's funny? I've also been sipping on a pretty strong screwdriver the whole time, too.
Man, they got smoke. You see that?
Is it good? Is it a Phillips or a regular?
Man, it's getting intense. It's getting
You fucking... I was... I was confused for a second, thinking like that was a brand of orange juice. Like Phillips orange juice.
On my left.
Hell, I don't know. Just shoot everybody, motherfucker.
Yo, all I gotta say is that I strive to give you quality content, but
It's good. It's good content.
yeah, it is definitely is good content.
Taste of good donuts. Let's roll.
Dude, I really want a sandwich or some soup.
Yeah?
Yeah, it also feels a lot later than it is because it's only 8:30 right now.
Yeah, true. Well, you got up at 5, right?
Yes.
Normally, if I have a day off, the next time I have to work, I work 6 to 2:30 now. I get home from work at like 3. I eat and I pass out by like 4:30 or 5.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Ain't we been here before?
It's pretty good sleep too, because normally what's been happening is I wake up at like 3 and I'm like, you know what? I feel like I have to go AFK. Sorry. Mid sentence. I have to go AFK.
Oh shit, roadblock up ahead.
The cage jam.
Fuck it, I'm going through. CJ, we got the ghetto bird up here.
This is LSPD. Do not. Hey, what the fuck? Too low. You'll kill us all.
Back up, Smoke, back up. Hell no, I'm going through. Oh man, we gonna die.
Oh shit.
Slow down, folks, slow down. Oh shit, the brakes is out.
Oh god, Nick.
Shit, that's gonna be a hell of a story to tell when we passing the blunt.
In the back.
Serious shit.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Fuck this. We gotta get out of here.
Trying to make another screwdriver.
Split up, we'll meet up
Oh my
later.
god.
I think I have enough time to make it in the kitchen, which I was correct. So I grabbed the ice tray, the orange juice, and the vodka. On my way back from the bathroom. Fucking, I dropped an ice cube on the floor.
Sorry, buddy.
I'll get it during the next cutscene. Oh, but I wake up at 3 a.m. normally, after
Oh,
going
yeah.
to sleep at like 4:35.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that was a really good night's sleep. I feel really well rested. And then I'm like, maybe I'll just chill, you know, read some Reddit or something. And then I just go back to sleep until 5.
Dude,
But like it's
I wish-
deep sleep, like where you got dreams and, oh,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
I wish I could sleep that much, dude.
Only after you know, not sleeping the night before work, you know?
Yeah.
Like tomorrow, I have to go in at 6, but I had the day off, so I'll probably stay up till like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Wake up at 5.
Yeah, I just can't. Are you still at that funeral home?
I do work for them, but I don't have an office in there. I just do that from home.
Oh, bet.
But this that I get up at 5 for is a grocery store. Oh my god, please. Wait,
Nice.
where's my spawns? What the fuck is it? Okay. Took a while, but we got there.
You okay? I got a warm sweet. Damn it, sweet. Pick up. Pick up.
I'm really nervous about taking a
Hey, what's up? You call me, but I ain't picking
car
up.
there
So leave a message after the...
Shit.
and getting
shit,
obliterated.
shit.
Don't push me.
Let me show you this.
Respond to a 1037 in South Small Hall. Suspect last seen on foot.
Dude, got him, dude. That was tactical.
Holy shit. Alright, we'll take this. This is almost as good as my old PB. 5608? 9? 5610. God damn. It's ahead of world record, the bits.
Yeah.
For full run. Yeah.